Hey guys, today I'm going to be unboxing the Master Grade RX-78-2 Gundam version 3.0. So yes, I am finally going to be reviewing this kit. A lot of people have asked me about this kit, especially when the Master Grade Gundam The Origin RX-78-2 kit came out. A lot of people were asking me about which one is better, which one should I buy, the 3.0 or the Origin version. I personally prefer the look of the Origin version, so that's usually what I tend to recommend people. I know that kit's good, but I know that this kit is also really super nice, and a lot of people love it. I've just never really gotten a chance to pick one up, and I just never really... it was basically, to me, it looked like just an upscaled version of the RG. So, I mean, I don't know. It wasn't really big on my, wanna buy list. But, of course, I did want to check it out because I just haven't built it. I'm interested to see, what the 3.0 technology is like in this kit, firsthand. And just want to review it for you guys so you guys can have that information, have my point of view about this kit, and then maybe you can compare and contrast between this and the Origin version for yourself. So, why did I actually get this kit? Well, I had the opportunity to get this kit because I'm doing this as another commission. So, if you guys remember early in this year, I did the commission of the Hygog that I painted in the Metal Gear Ray colors. So, the guy that asked me to do that commission build wants me to do a commission build of this kit as well. So I'll snap it up and review it for you guys just out of the box like I usually do, and then I'll work on doing just the custom painting on this. It's just going to be just custom colors for painting this kit, which I'll talk more about that later. For now, I just want to just go through the unboxing. Really awesome box art here. I think one thing that I hope you guys can see, one thing I really like about this box art is the texture, and I'm going to zoom in here. And you can see it here, especially on the bazooka, there's some really awesome texture. It's a really super nice painted image that we have here for the box art. So the box art is super, super nice. Obviously, we've got the big version 3.0 logo there. On the side of the box, just going to be basically the same thing. This kit came out in 2013, for any of you guys who might be wondering. So it's now 4 years old, actually. It's kind of surprising. Just some painted images here, action, obviously articulation and armor separation, all of that is going to be one of the biggest highlights of this kit. So you got action gimmick, sliding armor there in the thighs, nice articulation there in the arms and legs and all of that. You got the core fighter, which looks to be very nicely detailed. Weapons, it's got the beam rifle, the shield, the hyper bazooka, and 2 beam sabers. All the standard weapons. Would be nice if it came with a Gundam hammer as well, but can't ask for too much, I suppose. Marking stickers, unfortunately not waterside decals, just stickers. So again, similar to the RG. Has the pilot figure inside and outside, and then just all these details. Again, looks all very, very similar to the real grade. Then here, front view, and then front view of the inner frame. So really nice inner frame there. It looks like, too bad that's going to be all mostly covered up. Rear view, core fighter, option LED unit. You can put an LED in there to light it up. Leg units, feet, just ransel, the backpack, hand parts, metal magnet coating parts. So I guess you can choose. You can choose the normal version or the magnet coating version. I think the version GFT, I believe, is that one, I think. I forget. Maybe that one. But anyway, 4,500 yen for the price for this. The GFT Gundam is gone now, isn't it? I forgot about that. Here we have beam saber effect parts, hands, A-runner looks like, I think. Big sticker sheet there. Probably won't use any of those for the review for you guys. A couple different tones there, kind of off-white, and then a more off-white color there. Some polycaps, some white parts, some more white parts, armor parts. That looks like basically the same what we saw before. More white parts, a whole bunch of inner frame, and then a few blue parts, and a few clear parts, and a few dark colored parts. Okay, so manual is just going to be the same box art here, just repeated again, and then on the back just the Master Grade 3.0 RX-78-2 Gundam EFSF logo there. Pretty cool. On the inside, a whole bunch of information, though unfortunately this came out before we've got English in the manual, but I mean it's all pretty self-explanatory. It's just the same kind of pictures of stuff we saw on the outside of the box. Some detail photos. Color guide here. The color guide is in English though, so that's nice. This doesn't really look like there's any too much in terms of like typing errors or anything. Amuro Ray pilot figure there. And then just this really nice painted diorama build here, which is really nice for a reference image. So that's pretty cool. All right, a whole bunch of more information here in the front of the manual, going over the history and just, I guess, just here's talking about, I guess, the magnetic coating on the joints. So I guess that's helping the joints move and just the evolution of the RX-78-2 in terms of different models, different master grade versions there. Other EFSF mobile suits, Gun Cannon, Gun Tank, GM, and then later ones, Zeta, Double Zeta, and Alex. More kind of evolution of the Gundam here, and then nice artwork there of some like mechanics working on the Gundam's foot. All right, let's get to our parts list. We're gonna have a couple of parts left over on the D runner. I think that D runner is from the Gundam 2.0, and that's shield and bazooka parts. So I guess maybe the weapons, or at least those parts of the weapons, are just from the 2.0 Gundam, which I just recently built with the GM cannon. So I recognize that runner. So we got the beam saber handles from that kit that we're not going to be using. And other than that, we're going to be using everything except for, yes, this K runner looks like it's also from the Master Grade Gundam 2.0. So it looks like maybe the weapons are pretty much maybe all from the 2.0 Gundam, which is kind of disappointing. They kind of made a big thing about this being the 3.0 and it's all new and all that, but the weapons are not new. So we're building the core fighter first, building all of that up. Then once the core fighter is done, then we're going to build the body unit, so then we can put the core fighter into there. Looking, yeah, very similar to the Gundam 2.0, just in the torso there. A little bit more different part separation for the outer armor, though, it looks like. Then the waist, the backpack, or sorry, this kind of stomach section, and the backpack, the ransel, and then the head, and then the arms, and skipping over that middle page. Finishing up the hands and arms here, then finishing up the upper body with the shoulder armor, and then moving on to the legs. Feet first. Feet, legs, inner frame, armor, finishing up the legs, and then finally the waist unit, and finishing up the waist, and then we can finally put our mobile suit together. And then just moving on to some weapons here on the last page. Just a few parts there. Oh, and it looks like the beam rifle is different from the 2.0. Okay, but the bazooka is also different. It looks like mostly the same, just the handle is different. So the handle has that different peg system for that, but it looks like the rest of it is pretty much exactly the same. And the shield also looks to be exactly the same. And then just mounting the weapons and posing. And then finally at the back our sticker guide, where all those sticker markings are going to be going all over the kit like that. All right, let's get a look at all these runners. All right, so once again, here is that sticker decal marking sheet. Yeah, very extensive, and again, very similar to the real grade. Got these like metallic ones that go on the joint areas, and then just all these markings that go all over the kit, including one that's going around the eye section and all of that. We got this polycap runner PC202, which I thought PC202 is a different one. That's a smaller one that's usually used for like the HDI Umbrella Orphans kits, I thought. But maybe I guess this is a different PC202. Got SB1 for our standard 1/100 scale pink beam saber effect parts. And then 1/100 scale MP1 fingers, manipulators here, already pre-molded and articulated. You just have to cut them out and deal with the million different nub marks on those fingers. Personally, I prefer just fixed fingers, but this is what we have to work with this kit. For our A runner, it's kind of strange. It looks like half a runner. We've got some gray parts here, some white parts across the top, a few clear parts across the bottom. It looks like all just for the core fighters, some landing gear there, and the canopy part. And then some red parts here in the center. And actually, all of these parts are for the core fighter, because this runner is labeled MG 100 Core Fighter. Well, that was unique. But the B runner here is just some kind of nice plain blue color. This runner is specifically marked for the 3.0 Gundam, some parts there mostly around the torso, of course. Then runner C is just some more clear parts in for the head, and cameras in the head that will, and I guess like this clear neck part here that will allow the LED light to funnel up through the neck and into the head. And then a couple of clear parts here, it looks like probably for cameras for the weapons. And then runner D, as I said before, this is actually from the Gundam, the 2.0 Gundam from 2008. So we've just got parts for the bazooka and the shield, and then our standing pilot figure of RX-78 here as well. These two beam saber handles we won't use. So it's fine that they use this from an older kit. I wish that they would have given us a new RX-78 figure at least, because this is the older one, so like people who already built and had that one, now they have like the new 3.0 Gundam and they just have the same pilot figure. For those people who do paint the pilot figure, I think it would have been nice if Bandai would have given us a new one, maybe just in like his just kind of casual clothes or something like that. I think would have been nice. But then runner E is back to some all new parts here. We have 4 colors here. It's kind of hard to see the difference. The main red color there in the center, and then this section down here is actually a little bit lighter red. It's kind of very close, but you can tell the difference if you look at it. Then this lighter blue, it's definitely a much very noticeable lighter blue there for those parts at the top. And then this side is just all this really bright character yellow almost color there for the yellow parts. Then we've got runner F1, which is just a whole bunch of white armor parts. We've got parts for the head. Our seated pilot figure is here as well, and then a whole bunch of parts there going around on the arms and legs and everywhere. We do also have runner F2, which is a copy of this half of the runner here. Then we've got runner G1. This is in a little bit different tone. This is definitely a kind of off-white color, so this will give you that two-tone effect with the armor. That's so nice with this kit, and the same thing with the RGs as well. So this is G1, and then we also have runner G2, which is a copy of this half of the runner here. Then we've got runner H1, and this is in yet another tone, but the majority of this stuff is going like kind of on the inside. It's just going to be like little tiny bits of armor poking out that you're actually going to see of this color. This is definitely more like a really light tan color kind of. And so we do also have runner H2, which is a copy of this half of the runner here. Runner I here is just in a standard gray color, obviously parts for the inner frame. This is all totally new stuff here for the inner frame for the 3.0. And then runner J1, just more of the same, more gray parts for parts of the inner frame. We do also have runner J2, which is just a copy of pretty much the entire runner except for the new handle for the Hyper Bazooka. Then we got runner K. This one is also, once again, from the 2008 Master Grade Gundam 2.0. So this is an older runner, but still very nice. A lot of great detail on there, so it's okay. And then finally runner L. This is a little bit darker gray color. This is for like our hand covers, parts for the backpack, parts for the neck, and the core fighter, kind of inside part of that. And that is it for all the runners. So that's it for unboxing the Master Grade 3.0 Gundam. I'm looking forward to checking this out because obviously this was kind of like a big deal when it came out, and still so far it's the only 3.0 Master Grade that we have until hopefully maybe someday we'll get a 3.0 Zaku as well. Kind of don't really see as much of a need for a 3.0 Zaku even for the Gundam. I mean, really the only difference was that it's just kind of stylized different. I'm not sure really if it's really going to be that much better than the 2.0, but it's definitely got different part separation and I think maybe a little bit more detailed in that sense. But anyway, until we maybe someday get a 3.0 Zaku, I'm looking forward to just checking out, seeing what this 3.0 is all about. So if you guys have any other questions or comments, leave those down below, and I'll see you guys in the review. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.